Namaste students. Hope you all fine. Myself Saranya, I am your social teacher. Today we are going to see the lesson in political life. So the lesson name is What is government? About government we are going to see here. So every country needs government to make decisions and get things done. So why we need government? We need governments to make decisions, right? For making decisions, we need this can be a decision about what type of decision that be means like building roads, schools, or how to reduce the price of onions when they get too expensive, or the ways to increase the uh, supply of electricity. Like this, government should take decisions. The government also takes actions on many social issues. For example, it has several programs to help the poor. It does other important things such as running postal and railway services. So, what are the functionings of government means? Government should take decisions like building a roads, schools, or to reduce the prices of onions and how to increase the supplies of electricity. Like this, many decisions government should take for the peoples. Also, governments are the responsible will take actions for social issues like taking care of poor peoples or giving importance to running a postal system and railway service system like this. So next, the government also has the job of protecting the boundaries of the country and maintaining peaceful relation with other countries. So, so government have these responsibilities to protect the boundaries. So like this, in this picture you can see the soldiers are protecting the boundaries. Yes. So their duty to protect the countries. Why they have to protect means to maintain the peaceful relations with our countries. It is responsible for ensuring that all its citizens have enough to eat and have a good health facilities. So not only taking care of the country, even taking care of the citizens also the responsibility of the government to give foods enough food to eat and to maintain the good health facilities. When there were a natural disaster like tsunami or an earthquake, it is the government that mainly organizes aid and assistance for the affected people. So, if any issues means natural disasters means the government should take decisions accordingly, like to taking care of the affected peoples, to giving the foods to eat. So like that, government should take decisions. If there is a dispute of our, or if someone has committed a crime, you find people in a court. Courts are also a part of the government. If someone committed any crime like killing peoples or any types of crime, if somebody did means they will be caught and they will be sent to the court. Court are also the part of the government. So these are the duties of the government. So we'll see here about the roles of government in a short list. Okay, children. So the first work is they have to protect right of workers. So they have to taking care the rights of the workers and to making a decisions, protecting boundaries and maintaining peace, good health care, active in natural disaster, court and legal matter, exercise leadership and implement. If in the court any new law is coming means not if law is coming means someone has to implement that law. Without implementing the law has no value, right? So implementing also the role of the government. They have to taking care of that also. Understood, children? What are the roles of the government? Perhaps you are wondering how government manage to do all these and why it is necessary for them to do so. So why the government is doing like this? What is the necessity to do this? We will think like that, right? When a human beings live and work together, there needs to be some amount of organization so that the decision can be made. So if you are living means someone has to take decision about things, what is happening or what is going to happen, like futures. So someone has to be organized or giving ideas about that, right? So like that government is performing. Some rules have to be made that apply to everyone. For example, there is a need to control the resources and protect the territory of a country. So people can feel secure. So for making a people secure, government has to make some rules to control the resources and the protecting territories. So if it is there means we will be feel secure. Governments do this on behalf of their people by exercising leadership, taking decision and implementing this among all the people living in their territory. So for this, government will assign some leaders and some decision makers to implement these types of things to make the people feel secure. So some examples of institutions that are part of the government. So these are the parts of the government: the Supreme Court, the Indian Railway, and the Bharat Petroleum. So these are the examples of uh, some part of the government. These are the government institutions. Next, what are the levels of government? We have so many levels of government. We'll see what is that. Now that you know that the government is responsible for so many different things, can you think of how it managed to do all these? So government have so many works like this. So how they can manage all these things? The government works at different levels. At the local level, at the level of the state and at the national level. So see this picture. This is the levels of government. The first level is national level. In the national level, under the national level, state level will be there. Under the state level, district level will be there. Under that, local level will be there. So if something has to done means a national level peoples will make the decisions. So that will be implement to all the peoples in the nation. If some decision has to be taken only inside the state means state level government will take the decisions, or only to the district means the district level. Inside the district level, local level is there. In local level itself, we have two parts. One is rural and another one is urban. So these types of level governments will work for the peoples. So like this they will work. So before going to this, we'll read the points. The local level means in your village town or locality. The state level would mean that which covers an entire state like Haryana or Assam, and the national level relates to the entire country. See this map. You can see different states in this, right? So this is a whole thing was a national level. In between the national level, we have different states. So in different states, the state level will be there. So like this, the next picture will be next map will be, this is your district level. So you can see in between in Karnataka state we have so many districts. So they can take a district level decisions also. In into the district level we have the local level like urban and rural levels. So like this the government will work. Next, the laws and the government. So what is the law and the government? The government makes laws and everyone who lives in the country has to follow this. So if any government law is coming means we have to follow that. This is the only way governments can function. Just like the government has the power to make decisions, similarly, it has the power to enforce its decisions. For example, there is a law that says that all persons driving a motor vehicle must have a license. Any persons caught driving a vehicle without a license can either be jailed or fined a large sum of money. Without these laws, the government's power to make decision is not of much use. So, if government is making some law, we have to follow that. Like in our state, we have to wear helmet while traveling on the motor vehicle. If two person is traveling in driving in the motorcycle means both the persons should wear the helmet, right? If one person is not wearing also, the police or the government people will caught them, and without helmet means we have to be fined. So like that some so many laws are uh, makes made by the government. We have to follow all the laws because we are living in the country. We have to cooperate with our government. Okay, children. So if any strict laws there, we have to follow that. We should not break the laws. In addition to any actions that governments can take, there are also steps that people can take if they feel that the particular law is not being followed. So, if a person feels, for example, that they were not heard for a job because of their religion or caste, he or she may approach the court and claim that the law is not being followed. The court can be then give orders about what should be done. So if we can also we can also complain about the um, peoples who are not following the laws. Like if you are not getting a job because of our religion or caste, we can approach the court and we can claim that the law is not being followed by them. After that, the court will make some decision or orders to what should be done, and they will be punished if they are not following the law. Then we'll see the types of government. We'll see what are the types of governments we have. Who gives the government this power to make decision and enforce laws? So who is giving this? The answer to this question depends on the type of the government that is in a country. In a democracy, it is the people who give the government this power. So, the first thing we have four types of governments we have. One is democracy. The next one is monarchy. First one is democracy, and second one is monarchy, and third one is aristocracy, and the fourth one is dictatorship. So these are the types of governments. So what does mean by democracy means only the people will give power to the government. So we are giving the powers to government, and government will explain the actions to the people. If they are making any decisions, they will explain to us, to the peoples. Like this is the motto, or we can see this is the lines of the democracy means, that is government of the people, for the people, and by the people. The democracy country is for purely for the people will give the power to the government. This is called democratic government. The another form of government is monarchy. So what is monarchy means? The king, queen. So that time king, queen and all is there, no? So that is monarchy government. King, queen and a small group will make the decisions. So they will make the decisions, and they don't explain and defend their action. They will not explain to the normal people, and normal people cannot question them. But in the democracy country government, we can question the government. But in the monarchy, we will not able to ask the questions. Only they don't have to explain the actions in defense also. Only they will make the decisions without our ideas. This is the monarchy government. Next is we'll discuss about these things. The first question is, do you think it is important for people to be involved in decisions that affect them? Give two reasons for your answer. So, what is your answer about this? We have the importance to involved or not. Give your reason. Second question is, which type of government would you prefer to have in the place you live in? Why? So, what type of government you want and why? Give the reason also. Which of the statement below is correct? Correct those sentences that you think need correction. We'll see the options. First one is, in a monarchy, the country's citizens are allowed to elect whomever they want. And in second one is, in a democracy, a king has absolute power to rule the country. Third one, in a monarchy, people can raise questions about the decision the monarchy takes. So, which statement is correct for you? And if you want to correct them, correct and write your answer. This is your homework, children. Do it in the classwork itself, okay? But post it in the group. So, we see about many governments. While saying about them, I told you two more governments, that is aristocracy. Aristocracy means noble birth holding a hereditary titles and offices. So that means if king has uh, king has the all what to say, if king is ruling means king's son will rule the next year, or next after the king's son will rule the country. After that, her son will rule the country. Like that, it is a one type of government which will be under the one type of peoples. Like one by one, they will rule. They will not allow anybody to rule the country. And dictatorship means absolute authority. For example, Hitler and Mussolini. About Hitler and Mussolini, we are going to see in our future classes. We'll see more about them. Okay, children. So we'll see the next about the democratic government in brief. So India is a democracy country. So this achievement is the result of long and eventful struggle of the Indian people. There are other places in the world where people have also struggled to have a democracies. So our country is a democracy country. What does mean by democracy country? The people give power to the government and government will explain the actions to people. Like that, our country is also a democracy country. In many places in the world, they are struggling to have a democracy. You know, you now know that the main feature of a democracy is that the people have the power to elect their leaders. So we can elect our leaders. So in a sense, democracy is a rule by the people. The basic idea is that people rule themselves by participating in the making of this rule. So we can also be involved in this and we can take the decisions. And democratic governments in our times are usually referred to as representative democracies. In representative democracies, people do not participate directly, but instead choose their representatives through an election process. This representative meet and make make decisions for the entire population. So they will not be participating directly, but they will represent some peoples. For that peoples, we can vote them to become the leader and we can select our leaders through election. See this picture. This is the voting elections. So voting in a rural area. A mark is put on the finger to make sure, so like this, make sure that a person casts only one vote. So each one can vote only one vote. More than a one vote we can't give. So like this, voting elections will be held. These days, a government cannot call itself democratic unless it allows what is known as a universal adult franchise. This means that all adults in the country are allowed to vote. So now we are in the universal adult franchise. That means all adults in the country can vote. All adults mean above 18 can vote. So that is the citizens should follow this. Citizens have the rights to vote. But it was not always like this. Can you believe that there was a time when government did not allow women and the poor to participate in the election? So in those days, at the starting of the election, they will not allow poor peoples and women to vote in the elections. In their earliest forms, governments allowed only men who owned property and were educated to vote. So that type of election is for only rich people and who were educated to vote. This meant that women and the poor, the propertyless and the uneducated were not allowed to vote. The country was governed by the rules and regulation that these few men made. So in that times they were following this only the oath elections for men who were owned properties, who is rich and who is educated. So like this, our country is also faced. Now, now here in the world have a governments willingly shared the power. All over Europe and USA, women and the poor have had to fight for the participation in government. Women's struggle to vote got strengthened during the First World War. So in the First World War only, they had the movement and they have fighted for their rights, women's. This movement is called the women's suffrage movement, as the term suffrage usually means right to vote. So they struggle to get their rights to vote. During the war, many men were away fighting, and because of this, women were called upon to do work that was earlier considered men's work. So during this wartime, they called the woman for the men's work. Many women began organizing and managing different kinds of works. So the women also participated in the war and they managed and organized many kinds of work. When people saw this, they began to wonder why they had created so many unfair stereotypes about women and what they were capable of doing. So women began to be seen as being equally capable of making a decisions. So after seeing all these things, they were think about that women also can be equal to capable of making decisions. The suffrage suffragists demanded the right to vote for all women, and to get their demands heard they chained themselves to railing in public places. Many suffragists were imprisoned and went on hunger strikes, and they had to be fed by force. American women got the right to vote in 1920, while women in the UK got to vote on the same term as men some years later in 1928. So after all these struggles, they faced many struggles like they were imprisoned and they went to hunger strikes also. After all these struggles, the American woman got the right in the year 1920. After that, some years later, in 1928, the UK women also got their vote. So like this, women was struggled a lot to make the decisions to get their rights. Writing in the journal Young India in 1931, Gandhiji said, I cannot possibly bear the idea that a man who has got wealth should have the vote, but that a man who has got character but no wealth or literacy should have no vote. So about this also the Gandhiji was said this is unfair. Only the men who got wealth can vote and the men who has poor was not able to vote. This was a crime for being a poor man. So Gandhiji also been against for this type of system. In India, before independence, only a small minority was allowed to vote, and they therefore came together to determine the fate of majority. Several people, including Gandhiji, were shocked at the unfairness of this participants and demanded that all adults have the right to vote. This is known as the universal adult franchise. So after all these things, along with Gandhiji, all the peoples were demanded to right to vote. After all these things, they have passed a law that is a universal adult franchise. That is, all adults in the country vote, should allowed to vote. So that is the rule came. So now look at the maps on page number 29 and 30. They show the states, union territories and districts of India. Find out the following information from these maps and various other resources. So this is your homework, children. Do your homework and post it in the group. And this is also your exercise homework. So look at the statement in the column on the left. So this is the statement you have to see, and can you identify which level they belongs to. So after reading the statement, you have to analyze this is belongs to local level government or state level government or central level government. Okay, children. So place a tick mark here and do this also as your homework. Okay, children. That's all. The lesson got over. I believe that you all understood. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, children, in the group. So read all the lessons. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.